70 is the natural number following 69 and preceding 71. In mathematics, its factorization makes it a sphenic number. 70 is a Pell number and a generalized heptagonal number, one of only two numbers to be both. Also, it is the seventh pentagonal number and the fourth triskaidekagonal number, as well as the fifth pentatope number. The sum of the first 24 squares starting from 1 is 70 squared. This relates 70 to the Leech lattice and thus string theory. It is the smallest weird number, a natural number that is abundant but not semi-perfect, since it is possible to find sequences of 70 consecutive integers such that each inner member shares a factor with either the first or the last member. 70 is an Erdos-Wood number. In base 10, it is a Harshad number. In science, 70 is the atomic number of ytterbium, a lanthanide. Astronomy, Messier object M70, a magnitude 9.0 globular cluster in the constellation Sagittarius. The New General Catalogue object NGC70, a magnitude 13.4 spiral galaxy in the constellation Andromeda. The Saros number of the solar eclipse series, which began on 821 BC September 5 and ended on 676 February. The duration of Saros series 70 was 1,496.5 years, and it contained 84 solar eclipses. Further, the Saros number of the lunar eclipse series, which began on 519 BC June 13 and ended on 761 July. The duration of Saros series 70 was 1,280.1 years, and it contained 72 lunar eclipses. In religion, 70 souls went down to Egypt to begin the Hebrews' Egyptian exile. According to Jewish tradition, there is a core of 70 nations and 70 world languages, paralleling the 70 names in the Table of Nations. In Jewish tradition, there were 70 men in the Great Sanhedrin, the Supreme Court of ancient Israel. Likewise, according to the Jewish Haggadah, there are 70 perspectives to the Torah. 70 elders were assembled by Moses on God's command in the desert. Ptolemy II Philadelphus ordered 72 Jewish elders to translate the Torah into Greek. The result was the Septuagint. The Roman numeral 70, LXX, is the scholarly symbol for the Septuagint. In the Gospel of Matthew, 18:21-22, Jesus tells Peter to forgive people 70 times 7 times. In the Gospel of Luke chapter 10 verses 1-24, Jesus appoints 70 disciples and sends them out in pairs to preach the gospel. 70, a priesthood office in the latter-day saint religion. The Old Testament allots 70 for a man's life, and the Mishnah attributes that age to strength. As one who survives that age is described by the verses, the strong. In Islamic history, 70 are the number of the dead among Prophet Muhammad's adversary during the Battle of Badr. In Islam, 70 are the number of Prophet Muhammad's followers martyred at the Battle of Uhud. In Shia Islam, 70 are the number of martyrs among Imam Hussein's followers during the tragedy of Karbala. In law, 70 years. Expiration of copyrights. In sports, NASCAR J.D. McDuffie was known for driving car number 70. In Olympic archery, the targets are 70 meters from the archers. College football, Clemson University gave up 70 points to WVU in the Orange Bowl in 2012, setting the record as the most points ever given up in the history of all bowl games. In other fields, 70 is the designation of USA Interstate 70, a freeway that goes from Utah to Maryland. Municipal Okrug 70, name of Kolomyagi Municipal Okrug of Primorsky District of St. Petersburg, Russia, until February 2011. In miles per hour, a common speed limit for freeways in many American states, primarily in the central United States. In miles per hour, the national speed limit in the United Kingdom. In years of marriage, the platinum wedding anniversary. The Ha number of the U.S. Navy's nuclear aircraft carrier US Carl Vinson, named after U.S. Representative Carl Vinson. The number of the French department Haute-Seine 1. Historical years: AD 70, 70 BC, or 1970. The number 70 is frequently referenced by the musical duo Boards of Canada. They have songs titled 6010 and The Smallest Weird Number, and their record label is named Music 70. In the Far Eastern culture of China, Japan, Korea, etc., 70 years old is called the rare age of the olden times, as written in one of Du Fu's poems, Number Name. The French do not have a word for 70, instead using soixante-dix.